prayer time, when the call goes up, we look around and people say, come on, you young man, I want to give you the preference. He says, no, not me. He's shy. So he said, now what about you, uncle? I have some my reasons. Everybody, there's a tug of war. This is human nature. We don't want to take the lead. So 5 times a day, we're going to have a performance in the mosque. When the time goes to lead, we say, what about you? He said, what? So instead of that, he said, look, man, we look after your livelihood, see to it that you hold the post. So from that point of view, we appoint a person and we pay him a salary, but there is no priesthood. In his absence, anybody can take his place. Anybody can perform marriage ceremonies, funeral services, leaving the person, anything every Muslim should be capable of doing. But for the purpose of convenience, we have a man appointed and we pay him a salary.
And is he specially trained?
Yes, he has extra little, all the little details, that you might do some little mistake now, how to rectify that, all these things he will know more than the general public.
And at what age do you choose him?
Well, generally, you see, a person has passed his puberty. Must be a male who's passed his puberty now. That's the age of recognition that he is now fit to do to lead people.
Does he call you to prayer?
According to?
Does he call you to prayer?
No, that anybody else, no. He only leads, the imam, he leads. The one who calls the people to pray is called a muazzin. Muazzin is the one who gives the azan. Azan means a call. Anybody also can do that, anybody. But that also we appoint a man. We say, look, you see to it that you hold the post. In case somebody doesn't turn up and nobody is there, nobody gives the call, so we say, look, this is your duty, and you do the job of the imam. Just
Do you have your own
burial
burial committee?
committee?
Yes.
No, you see, the Muslim is an amazing community. It's an amazing community, man. We have no, what's they call, burial insurance. If I die, or any Muslim, no Muslim is worried that when he dies, what's going to happen? No Muslim is worried. Amazing community this is. No Muslim ever worries about death, that if I die, what's going to happen? The community, it is the duty of the community to bury me. So in other words, if the community doesn't do that, everybody is guilty. In Islam, if some people don't do the job, everybody is guilty. So there's always some people to look after me if I'm dead. And so it carries on, man. There is no such thing as a body or a society to do that. The whole community is geared. If somebody dies nearest to me, right, and everybody flocks there, and we'll never ask the widow. He says, did he leave any money behind? Has he got any money for funeral expenses? Nothing. That's the part of the living, to bury the dead. That's their job. They must bury. And if they said, look, my husband has left this money, for this purpose, well and good. If not, it's on the community. The community does it. No, there is no female equivalent to the imam. No, among themselves they can. Anybody can lead. And the Muslims as well, anybody can lead. So there is no equivalent to that. Yes, ma'am.
You said earlier that the Muslim doesn't believe in a reincarnation. What do they believe happens after death?
Yes. The Muslim does not believe in reincarnation. What we believe in is the same as the Christians. We believe that this life is the only life that's given to you. You must make the best of it here and now. Come right with God now. If you miss the opportunity, you will have eternal regrets. So we do not believe in reincarnation. This is a Hindu idea. And this is also out of policy they invented this idea to exploit the people of India. You see, my ancestors, you see, I'm an Indian by birth, but my ancestors came from outside India 5,000 years ago. We invaded India, my people. You see, the lighter skinned people from the north, we invaded the country and we conquered the country 5,000 years ago. Like 300 years ago, the white men came and conquered here. Maybe in 5,000 years, you might not be able to recognize the white from the colored. Might be all Same thing happened in India. Intermarriage with the Indian people, and the climate and the diet changed our complexions in 5,000 years. But now, my ancestors, when they conquered India, they were a highly civilized people, cultured people. 5,000 years ago, they made gold jewelry as modern as today's jewelry. I go to excavation works in Pakistan at a place called Taxila. Around there, at the excavation works, there is a museum, and I went and saw there jewelry as modern as today's jewelry made by my ancestors 5,000 years ago. 3,000 years before Jesus was born. They had a waterborne sewerage. Waterborne sewerage in that part of the world. They made muslin cloth, a yard muslin cloth, you can hold it in the palm of your hand. So when they conquered the land, they were only about 10,000, men, women, and children. They came with the sword and the spears. And the people of the land were very docile. So they conquered the nation, but they realized that sooner or later these people, even the worm turns, even the worm turns. So as soon as they realize that these people are not more numerous than us, they are not physically stronger than us, what is making them to rule? So the sword and the spear. So we'll also get the sword, we'll also get the spear. So they said, no, these people will overcome us. Superiority of numbers by the millions compared to us. So he said, look, we will brainwash these people into a religious belief. So my ancestors found them worshipping a god called Shiva. Siva. So my ancestors, the philosopher, says, you see, we also worship the same god, but we call him Shiva. What's the difference? No, you say Siva, we say Shiva, same god. But you see, this god, when he wanted to create man, he took the form of Brahma. Brahma, the creator. As the creator, from his head, he created the Brahmins, the priestly caste. From his arms, he created the Rajputs, the warrior caste. From his stomach, he created the merchants and the farmers. And from his feet, he created the untouchables, you, teeming millions of India. So as such, you must become the hewers of wood and the drawers of water. You do that job, well, in the next life, you've got a chance of becoming a farmer or a merchant. If you're a good farmer and a good merchant, in the next life you become a Rajput, the warrior caste, the rulers. And if you are a good ruler, then in the next life you become a Brahman. Once you become a Brahman, you don't have to be reborn. You merge. When you die after that, you merge with the infinite. You become one with God, and you rule the universe. It worked. Beautiful. It worked. You see, it's so nice, seems so reasonable. You know that, look, you got a chance, you got a hope. You just you are a good sweeper, be a good sweeper. You're a sweeper, what you do? Bury dead animals, you do that job well. You carry those buckets, you do that job well, there's a hope for you. So this is the stop they gave the millions of people in India, and said, now you will be reincarnated. You will come back again. If you haven't made the grade, you come again, and you come again, and you come again until you reach perfection. This is the theory, man, in a nutshell. We say, no, this theory sounds so beautiful, but it is not true. Because it sounds so nice, sounds logical, but at times logical things are very illogical. So we do not accept the theory of reincarnation. We say this life, like the Jew and the Christian and the Muslim, we are one. On this, that this life is the only life you have, you must come right with God here and now, otherwise you will have to pay the consequences. Yes?
You agree that there is male domination with Muslim tradition. How do you accept the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Muslim country?
The bulk of the people who voted her in, Mrs. Bhutto, who voted them in? Who voted her in? Men! Look, men voted for her. Hardly any women. The women in Pakistan, how many that